Yes boys, what's going on guys? It's Erdtree, welcome back to the channel, and I'm carrying on with some invasions with my Bloody Mary build, only I've added one of the new incantations to the build that I was always planning to add to it, and it's Pest Threads Spears. Now we all know Pest Threads, it was in the base game, but now it's got a nice little upgrade and it's Pest Threads Spears. So let's see what it can do in these invasions. Here's just a little bit of an update on the build in case you've never seen it before. There are all the stats, but that's it. Let's just get into the invasions and see how we do. Let's get going straight into it. Academy Gate Town. Let's see what we've got. Let's just jump over this little ledge here, and I've got a horse there, but I've got a feeling, right, I've got a feeling he's not on his own because he's looking a little suspicious. And I have a little turn around here and I see that he's got a nice little summon there, a nice little furled finger as they say. Now I'm just going to go and attack him because like I was in this invasion session and I just wanted to fight, so I just went straight over and I just attacked him. I just got straight on it guys and I just killed the summon straight off the bat. And there's an ambulance coming past my house because I live on a main road. You might hear that in the background, bit of an ambulance, but it's gone now. That's what you get guys when you live on a main road. Loads of ambulances, loads of police cars. I can't help it. But here, look at that, Pest Threads Spears. First kill of the day guys. First kill of the invasions video. That's what it is, it's an invasion video. And I just killed someone with Pest Threads Spears. Now, I've got a little confession. You've probably been able to notice, but I've been out tonight guys. I've been out tonight and I've had a few berries, I've had a few ciders, I've had a whiskey, and I've had a cigar with one of my good friends, and I've come back home now, and now I'm recording this audio. So if it seems a little bit loose, if it seems a little bit freestyle, if it seems a little bit edgy, you know what I'm saying. If it seems a little bit drunk, it's because I am drunk, but it's okay because I'm just recording this audio and I'm just demonstrating this new incantation that I've got on this build, which is Pest Threads Spears. Now it was always my intention to add Pest Threads Spears to this build because I just think it suits Bloody Mary. It's a bleed build, but Pest Threads Spears doesn't do any bleed build up, but I think it kind of suits that freaky, weird style that Bloody Mary brings to all her invasions. She's a bleed build, she's using all those bleed incantations, but I just think Pest Threads Spears just suits. And watch this. Oh, look at that. It's just beautiful guys. Nice little sneak attack on the old big pots going up and down. Really well planned invasion, if I don't say so myself. They weren't expecting it, I was expecting it, and I just chopped them in half with the old weed cutter on the Rakshas's great katana, and I just got some nice little old kills there. And I'm going into this next invasion, and Bloody Mary has got a really well-rounded kit for a bleed build. I've got the dex leveled up, I've got 60 dex. It's not an arcane build, it's a dex build, but what that is doing is giving me a lot of damage on my weapons, you know, like a lot of base damage, but those weapons all do bleed build up, so I'm kind of like doing some good damage, but I'm getting that bleed build up as well. And then the incantations that I'm using, all of those incantations are all adding to the bleed build. But like I say, you know, I've got Pest Threads Spears on the build, and I think it suits from a visual standpoint, and it's really good for harassing players at long range. It's really good for kind of mixing into the other spells that I'm using. I like to kind of send the flies out, the bleed flies, the bees. Not the bees, the bees. We all know the bees. We all know the bead spells. Nicolas Cage is screaming, not the bees. But I'm sending the bees. And if you're running away from the bees, that means I can send the Pest Threads Spears out to maybe catch you off guard while you're running away from the bees. And you might get hit with the Pest Threads Spears. And it's doing some good damage. Now, the Pest Threads Spears, it actually does benefit from multiple attack buffs. Although I'm not using those buffs on this build, I could add them to this build. I could use the multiple attack buff in my flask. I could use the multiple attack talismans, and it would benefit the Pest Threads Spears because, as I said, those do benefit from multiple attack buffs. But I'm not doing on this build just because the buffs that I've got in this build already with the talismans and the flask, they kind of work into a overall like well-rounded build. You know, I'm not just looking to buff the Pest Threads Spears. It's kind of an overall overall build that is benefiting the whole kind of play style and the theme of Bloody Mary. But if I wanted to really play into the Pest Threads Spears, they're already doing some good damage. You know, they're not doing bad damage whatsoever. But if I wanted to buff the damage even more, I'll just put that Millicent's prosthesis talisman on. I'd put the Rotten Wing insignia on, and I'd put the Flask of Wondrous Physicon that buffs multiple attacks as well. And you know, I'm sure it could do even more damage, but like I say, you know, I'm not looking to just focus on that. I'm using Pest Threads Spears as part of the overall kit. But as it is, as I'm using it, it's doing some really good damage and it's doing some really good work. It's got a couple of drawbacks. It's a little bit easy to see it coming. It's a little bit slow in actually getting to the target. If they see it coming, it's quite easy for them to dodge it. But like I say, you know, I'm just kind of using it as part of the overall kit. So, you know, if I mix it into the overall attack pattern, the overall incantation rotation, the incantation rotation is a serious quote, by the way. It's a serious battle plan. If you don't rotate your incantations well, then you will surely not succeed. But if you do rotate the incantations well, then you will win many invasions, my friends. And that's what I try to do with the Pest Threads. I try and mix them in to the attacks, I try and mix them into the incantations, and it kind of works quite well. Now you can see in this video that I'm kind of using them quite frequently. I'm kind of sending them out quite often, and that's because I was just trying to get used to this spell, you know. I was kind of trying to get a hang of it, I was trying to get a feel for it. So I was kind of spamming it quite a lot just to kind of get a feel for its range, get a feel for its speed, and just get an overall idea of how I could use it in this build. But as the invasions go along, I hope you see that I kind of got used to it, because I did use it for quite a while. It's definitely going to be a mainstay on this build. I really like it as part of the spell rotation. So it's staying. It's just staying, guys. I really like it. It's a very nice addition to the Bloody Mary build. And you can see with this host, like, I've just killed his summon. I've killed the horrible, nasty blue. Not what like blues. Blue is slowly, fastly becoming my most disliked colour. I don't like looking at the sky anymore, guys. I don't like looking at the sea. I don't like looking at Smurfs. I can't watch Smurfs anymore. Not that I ever watched it anyway. What else is blue? Oh, I just don't like the colour blue. I don't like it. But I killed them all, guys, and then I was kind of just trying to style on that horse at the end, just getting used to things. And now look at this invasion, right? I've spawned into this invasion, and I ain't gonna partake in your fight club. If you're having a duel, I'm just fed up of it, guys. I'm fed up of people coming to the first step, trying to do these silly little fight clubs. Get in the arena. If you want to duel, get in the arena. So I was feeling a little bit cheeky in this invasion, so I sent him some Pest Threads down, just like testing the range, seeing what was what, seeing if I could pick him off with those old Pest Threads. And then the other invader kind of knew what was going on, and he came up to me and he was like, if you want him, you've got him. And look at him. He's a bloodhound using, light rolling, white mask wearing, katana wielding Schmeagol. And I don't like Schmeagol's, guys. I just don't like Schmeagol's. I'm sick of Schmeagol's, right? So I'm going to take him on, and I'm going to use all the kit of Bloody Mary to take this mother sticker right down to Chinatown, baby. You know what I mean? I'm going to use my whole kit. I'm going to teach him a lesson not to wear that silly old white mask. White mask control, guys. I hope you're all practicing white mask control. We've got to keep those numbers down. The white masks will breed, and they will come back stronger than ever. We've got to keep on top of the white mask numbers. And look at that, a little fan dagger in his back. Seed him off, guys. I seed him off. I said, you go home, Mr. White Mask. You're not welcome here. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of your white mask wearing schmeagles. Just go away. No one likes you. No one likes that silly mask, so just go home. You know what I'm saying? Go home and get a bath because you stink. Oh guys, if you like the content, by the way, drop a subscribe, like the video. You know, welcome into the channel. Everyone's welcome here. Give me a little bit of love. You know what I'm saying? Give me a little bit of love, guys. Drop a subscribe on the video. Drop a like on the video and then subscribe. You know what I mean? Do it. It's all good. Welcome in. Like I say, guys, I've been out tonight and I've had a few bevies. I'm feeling a little bit drunk right now, but that's all good. I had some recording to do, some audio recording, so I've come home and I've done it. And now I've got this invasion in the crumbling Farum Azula, and I've got this host here who's using the Dark Moon Greatsword, so I've got a bit of dancing to do. But I finished him off nicely with the Flower Stone Gavel. Now, I've been using this weapon quite a lot on this build. I've been using it in the offhand, left-hand weapon slot. I've been mixing some attacks in with my Great Katana. I've been mixing some attacks in with the spells. And I really like that weapon. I really like that Ash of War. Although it's a bit wild, it's got a life of its own. And you can't always call what it's going to do. But when it works for you, it works really well. It does work really well. I like that weapon a lot. But like I say, you know, it can be a little bit frustrating. I released a video, the last video on this channel, pretty much focusing on that weapon, and that really did showcase how unpredictable it can be. They can be 5 yards in front of you, and then the Ash of War will land 20 yards behind them. I don't understand it. But look at this invasion now. I've got this traitor red. I was going after that host, and then this red Schmeagle is coming trying to kill me, so I've got to teach him a lesson, guys. He's using that ridiculous weapon. I don't know what it's called. The Great Sword of Damnation, is it? Or something like that. And he's just spamming the Ash of War. Look at him. Nice one, Ouroboros, for just telling everyone how broken this weapon is. Just jumping around, spamming that Ash of War. But that ain't going to cut it against Bloody Mary, guys, because I've got a nice little backup weapon on the build. In the blade, what they call the Claws of Night, the claws of darkness. The Claws of Bleed Machine. If you're going to spam me, I'll spam you and I'll mess your whole day up. Those claws, I've got them on this build, so if you come at me with that Sword of Damnation and you just start jumping at me, then I'm going to get my claws out and I'm going to make you bleed, baby. I'm going to make you bleed, and I'm going to wish you never came to town, because I'm in town and there's no room for you when I'm here with my claws. You know what I'm saying? The claws are in town. Now that host then, he was obviously a good player. I took out that red Schmeagle traitor, but the host, fair play to him, he managed to get the better of me in that little one-on-one at the end. And he killed me, but that's all good because he was a good player, he knew what he was doing. Good invasion either way. And now I'm back in for this little one-on-one against this guy. Doing some good work here. He's using my favourite greatsword in the game, the Golden Order Greatsword, I believe it is. I absolutely love that weapon. I use that myself on one of my builds. I think it's absolutely awesome. So yeah, I generally really like this guy's build. I really like strength faith builds in general. I've got a lot that kind of lean into that stat allocation myself. I've got a few different strength based type builds, so I really respect what this host is doing, and this is quite an interesting end to this invasion. You can see we're kind of like evens at the minute. He gets some good damage on me, he's one shot. I run in, go for the Pest Threads, he kills me, but look at that, the Pest Threads get him, guys. The Pest Threads finish him off. So yeah, this build, this video, sorry, has kind of been focusing on the new addition to the build, the Pest Threads. I think they work really well with this build. They're a nice new addition. I'm happy with how they are at the minute. I've still got a couple of ideas still to come with this build, but for now, you know, I'm happy with how it is. There's going to be a few more tweaks, but look out for the next video showing the tweaks that are coming in the near future. And yeah, I hope you're all doing well, guys. This is the last invasion of the video. Apologies, like I say, you know, I've had a good all night tonight with my friends. I've been out, I've had a few drinks, and I've come back and I thought I'd just finish the video off, so I hope you enjoyed watching it. Definitely a little bit more off the cuff than usual. That's to be expected, but yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching it, guys. Stay tuned for next time. Look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you all on the next video. Take it easy, guys.